Ekosi Saint Jumedi eso. Na the beginning the year right, day 6 Bremo and then Medikiaka say Ora Paul Kofi Mante studio managing director EDC Investment Limited, which is a member of the EcoBank group. Na and then so they were very magnanimous this year. Say beginning the year right series is powered by them. Into Omaboye papa to make this year's edition possible. And the conference I be nyame adoma memen danso no omo ka wona wafa conference ni nyina ho eka se yenhwe na yentumi emfa emrontie wasede bia mumwaye ne emfa ma EDC Investment Limited. They are one of our very proud sponsors, and as we've said for the whole of last week and this week, the beginning of the year right conference, so Movenpick Hotel, mimin the year 8:30 a.m. na yenyina yeshiemu ewo na yen speakers na take yin through some beautiful nugget you need for this year. But Paul Mante ewaha as one of our speakers, not just for the conference, but also on the series. And on kasa afa a very important topic, which is the roadmap to financial independence. Now, speaker for day 6, apart from MD or EDC Investment Limited, or author, he's written so many books. I think about 8 books to his credit. Kakra ekrame ewaha. Okay, we cry 8. I think he's written 9 books. Where financial independence is possible. Paul Kofi Mante and any or how to own your first house. Did you know that owning your first house is easier than you thought? Paul Kofi Mante book back a practical guide to multiple streams of income with 80 actionable business ideas. Paul Kofi Mante, again a beautiful title. Foundation for Financial Independence. Paul Kofi Mante. Retirement planning, how to retire happy, financial free and fulfilled. And also Paul Kofi Mante. There were 80 practical multiple streams of income ideas. Paul Kofi Mante. Operation 1 million Ghana cedis. Did you know you could make 1 million Ghana cedis? Ask me how. Everything is in the book. Paul Kofi Mante. And away Couples Guide to Financial Independence, Marriage and Finance. Did you know that it is easier for married couples to become financially independent than most people think? We a Paul Kofi Mante with Linda Mante. You're not a and a boom extra sa book way. Beautiful. These are 8 out of his 9 books are watch amazing stuff. MD Akwabe to sing.
Yeah, and happy new year to you.
Happy New Year.
Any year to phone, oh boy, Juma, papa. Oh boy, Juma.
Yeah. Many phone now, so that was and not just you, but one organization EDC for really providing the sponsorship for this year, beginning of the year right series at the conference. Yeah, that was a
nice menu and your year Juma panel say pianichi
That's true.
We are happy to be associated to this program.
Sure. And I love the topic this year, the roadmap to financial independence. Wow. And I chose this topic strategically.
Okay. Oh, say your Google map.
Sure.
Oko baby na unim baby a oko crowd so send me your location. Nipa ni send your location na ukita map na so in 100 meters you take a right hand, you do a U-turn and kakra do back do honum. Then so the financial independence, financial freedom. Na quite ben so near befa map ben ye be yusu. Road map ben ye nam so a nyame ben ya doma financial independence ye be dru. Yen sabe to me aka. It's as simple as that.
That's nice.
It's as simple as that.
Inti fire say we are in your vehicle inti driver.
Thank you, Minia. Me UNDP project be from 2002, I think up in 2004, 2005. Financial literacy program. And I mean, who knows, say, hey, Sika seminar, any day, and I mean, Jumaka can na me. Na dia na ye church microphone am say me I say me so me carry me hwehwe until I ask myself one important question the year 2006 na your question be afia shas here beginning the year right you can't begin this year without asking yourself that question say ene manye dwuma bioma and the 14th January right say manye dwuma biom 14th January 2026 manye dwuma bioma bosume dodo sen na metumi abobra menji aketua ene sema amen kwaje besia metumi abɔ me bra me bo se me woka metumi ato fuel metua rent metua nkola school fees bosume dodo sen na metumi abobra menji aketua na me me bisa me osa question 2007 ena metutu menyam na me won ye friend negative net worth na che se me de me asset nyina bom na me de me liabilities loans e ka me de nyama nyame aye me adoma me wo wiase ene e ka me de me tika di free ma e ka no do so sin ejapade a me wo wiase na nipa bebre etie they may not be aware of this reality. You can't begin this year without asking yourself these questions. Now we analysis kakra inti epchima dwene besi so say na menti Timisha say ye tutu nyaman kakra kopim 2022 with debt exchange in financial crisis ebebo mu na a shaky system no kakra but ye hunu say after nyinyina no debt exchange mark to market say but still nipa nyini that create a retirement still you won call more school say with your school fees still no medical bills near marketing get so to ya it's young to me chichiri and san kase BBS ya wo so ye intino life has come to an end we still have to reorganize ourselves and then push forward. Na ya na topic when aya na shame nkran na ye stories I am for so share. I think 2015 I'm in school because Kasai and a teacher ni ba ko ba office na sama working financial independence the roadmap ni operation 1 million na say for anya na say same be na moto a kire na me say well it me net na say na year Excel month by month me ne year analysis for about 30 years and we do this for clients we yan charges sikabia me ne year month on month and o sha say 2015 2025 last year I was sending me a message that cross say bless you director I am indebted to you for opening my eyes on the power of compounding. So I just realized that I just realized what you have been saying. Money works harder than us. I just decided to check my interest for the month. And even though today is 25th, I have made 62,300 cedis already. Still about 5 days to go. Incredible indeed. Money works harder than us. I am grateful. My daily returns has shot up to almost 2,500 cedis each day. Wow. Averagely. Grateful, sir. I am still building and topping up each month. Seriously. And this is a teacher who started in 2015 and then he's making about 75k a month. In fact, recently there was a woman in the office who insisted on seeing me. Yeah, sure, your programs here, no tea, no see any also be operation 1 million or by your kita statement or see person the best share we do 960,000 or shall see 2020. You know, ain't you know, we are going to share a roadmap. Nyama binuma, would be a children dia. It won't happen overnight. In Koma Yedi, you know, we are not talking about a sprint. We are talking about a marathon. And ye giddy within 1 year. Ya metina and can't just say a year by this time. Now what we see dying? A year by this time, who said now with the Land Cruiser? A year by this time, Debbie, near Yebeka, and they say, Uto bon kakran. Because we are also saying this because we want people to make money genuinely. And it is possible to make money genuinely, but it takes time. Minimum, if you give yourself between 5 and 20 years, obia OTA can gain financial freedom. Of course, you need self-discipline. One year discipline, unto me yet, meko near sorry, kasaya about a month ago, and obi fi asori ho be hu me ene ti obi hu me ene no se a asemasi mai me se da bi asemasi na wo be kan no so ade no ase tumi omopa na me se da bi hwe. It takes very few self-disciplined people to move beyond listening to us. And I know we're going to impact lives. Homes are going to be touched.
Yes.
People are going to be emotional. But one yet discipline, no one acting on nothing is going to happen. One year, another year, 2027. Say, hey, last year, can send you. It's you need discipline and you also need resilience because Jenny, it's not all smooth. Edu baby, maybe ba woso kakra, but the woso still I say ojina wana so. I say ojina wana so. Did you know, sir, if you use 18% interest rate compounded quarterly, obi a otie yen, I will bet me invest 600 cedis every month within 19 years, we pay 1 million.
Wow.
3,000 every month within 11 years, we pay 1 million. In fact, 6,000 every month within 8 years, we pay 1 million Ghana cedis. Even 150 Ghana cedis for the average within 27 years, no, so 1 million. Did you know, say, Yama Bebraya, ya to ani and see the Sikako to Japade, and Pen Bebrena, ya na ya the car and ya this Kanakoto. We buy things we call assets, but normally they are liabilities we are buying. When him say you could have very good academic results and have a good job but become financially poor.
Sure.
It will be to me and Juma Papa and so no. Financially you'll be poor. The worst thing that can happen to a man is a man who is liquid in Ribia Sikawan in Sembado Yohieni.
Yeah.
And did you know most employees will not survive for 3 months without a paycheck? Until you remember the question I asked myself, and I'm asking this question again. So one year you meant that if you lost your job today, how many months, how many years could you survive without salary? Or if you don't want to be negative, if you decided to stop working from today, how many months now bet me a bobra 1 year now my financial health check be Obi wo say me answer na less than 1 month. So less than 1 month a fetal. Less than 1 month you need to undergo an immediate surgery, financial surgery. Up to 3 months still life threatening. You need to see a financial doctor immediately. If it's up to 6 months, it is severe. You still need to so yeah baby. Now you need to get to a point that the ultimate point you have financial independence. Just we do pempensuo bi a ye bisa sa question yes one year juma biom and na bosume dodo say na bebo bra will answer here for the rest of my life. If you lost your job today, if you didn't have to work from today, how many months, how many years can you survive without salary? Maybe so ask me now will answer here for the rest of my life. My new maybe you my bra paper. Not just say you are financially independent. And then we want to talk about the roadmap. A coin ben so near befa left, right, corner, U10. And here near befa you be gaining financial independence. Now don't get me wrong. We are not talking about financial independence to raise a bunch of lazy people who are rich who don't do anything. Yeah. We are talking about financial independence, so we can use our lives to do things that are meaningful, that may not necessarily be financially rewarding. If the finances come, fine. But life is not all about being in Babylon, chasing money. In fact, it's a tragedy if you work all your life just chasing money until you die. The life is bigger than that. Sure. We are here for a purpose, and that purpose needs to be fulfilled. Sure. And you need the financial peace of mind to fulfill that purpose. You know, into financial independence here, it's not just about making money and accumulation money. No, it's far higher than that. A rich man said, if you took all the money in the world and divided it equally among everybody, it will soon be back in the same pocket it was before. So for we are sisika ina na wo che ne pepepa enche o ma na omo ye hiafo no besan ye hiafo na o ma na omo ye sikafo no besan ye sikafo bio. It's from one of my favorite authors, Jim Rohn, in his book entitled 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness. And one of the guys who has written a good book beyond the books we have mentioned. I encourage anybody who takes this conversation serious to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Very interesting book. Robert Kiyosaki, in the book, no, see, money is one form of power, but what is even more powerful is financial education. Money comes and money goes, but if you have the education about how money works, you gain power over it, and you can begin building wealth. You need in your journey to financial independence, it is my conviction that you need 2 things. You need a God factor.
Okay.
The God factor includes nyama bi no matumi ba wakwamu a wanya ho hwe. To say we would tune into Asempa, you could have tuned into another radio station. You could have been somewhere. You could have been in the hospital. You could have been knocked down by a car by now. You could have been asleep. But it's part of the God factor. In fact, show here, one of the best gifts you can give to a friend, you can give to a family member, is to send it. Call YouTube, whatever. Share link. No, nakacha and say, tie obi any Paul Asempa ekosi saying and almost today and kwanya ye befa so a ye be gaining financial independence. So you need the God factor, but you also need appropriate information. And in this program, I am going to be focusing on the appropriate information. The mindset you need. In fact, my favorite scripture in the Bible, Ephesians 3:20, Bible said, now to him who is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we imagine or ask, according to his power that is at work within us. There is a certain power at work within us. With that power, when God is able to do more than we can imagine. Imagine, if you can imagine it, if your mind eye can see it, the law of first creation. I say everything is created twice. First mentally and second physically. Without the first creation, you cannot have the second creation. This studio was created twice. This whole building was created twice. Every building is created twice. The conference center was created twice. The parliament house was created twice. Everything is created twice. Your financial life is created twice. First mentally and second physically. As I say, what single room but for what you susu that been Saturday me call naming and a branch be chiame obechiame kaino and also your Firestone Worship Center. Now me about several years ago and I me catch you say wherever your mind can travel to, your body can follow. What the what you need to me to quite call baby the peduano bedi actually and was yes yes or the nagrin air travel na no hwene anyame aye wona braboma agwini to me susu anyame to me yamane bem. Until you need to imagine big things. For one of the interesting assignment, and you can laugh over it, but aya no ako baby e ton ka ko bisanebo. Bisakanebo Mercedes whatever Lexus ko bisanebo bi epon na kahwem na bisanebo omubonebo abodi na ka chom se meko mesaya aba na meba beto. When your first creation, the second creation will follow. You see, traditionally, the thinking has been this: get a good education, find a good job with some secure benefit, and you work till you are 60, and you have a good pension. That thinking belongs to the old school. It doesn't work in the year 2026 and beyond. In the year 2026 and beyond, the average person listening to us need to understand money. You need to manage your personal finances. Say ni abet me aye nyama miensa ni edi kan ni a friend is saving. Saving the church is can mendi me to me the to hodom. What is cat one when your friend is saving deferred consumption. But it's the beginning, it's not the end, because who the 10,000 to hodom now man who 2 years 5 years oko kanya about 10,000 by your friend be inflation that eats the value of money. Into the scan to now after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, uko can ya be scanner bad near scan bet me a ton and then and to mean ton of samreno. Into savings is the beginning. By beyond savings, you need to invest. Investment means send your way save you commit it to work for you to generate returns. To generate returns. Send your bossy kana ho de buy. But nientia we invest in say you want to become financially independent. Ni can catch yourself financial independence means that you get to a stage in life where you can sustain your desired lifestyle without salary. Where do mpempensuo bia uye juma wanye juma obebo bra pepepe eno nchese nsese uye juma but the chese uye juma when it jini awoye no and money does not become the motivation. So for example, if you need 10,000 a month for your desired lifestyle, it means that 120,000. That is 10,000 multiplied by 12 months. 120,000. And the last key, I'll share a few keys. The last key I measure any operation 1 million. If you have 1 million Ghana cedis, and Obi, if you can make average of 18% on your 1 million, that gives you 180,000 a year. If you divide that by 12, that gives you 15,000 a month. And you need 10,000 a month. Your investment gives you 15,000 a month. It would do some pension with or without salary. The investment can take care of you. You are getting me? And we want you. The new way of thinking is you want to work towards financial independence, but it's also important to state, so financial independence will begin with two important beliefs. Belief number one is my financial future is going to be better than the present. When you say you need to have the belief that your financial future is going to be better than the present, and you need to have the belief that you have the power to make financial independence a reality. And this is where you need to start from. Now, let me walk listeners through a few keys that will help you become financially independent. A few keys.
And maybe from one mutie and so no, and your keys in any ebe share wahane.
Yeah,
the conference.
That's right.
Some of the detailed work would happen at the conference.
Yeah.
So you join us on Saturday, and then you get a lot of the details.
Yeah, my main friend can also say Saturday. No, me the financial planners beba.
Fantastic.
Financial planners beba di omu computer BCCO. Into your real program now per one-on-one. A one now be wow. We say me di 40. Me pese minya 2 million. In 10 years. In 15 years, kwan ben so me fa financial planner and no better no a kire kwan a obefa so a obetumi edu sam pempen so no enti no Saturday no cancel bibia we want to share a few keys.
Sure.
We want to touch on a few keys, rather let me say that a few keys. Saturday no say a mere PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, the videos near the fra to make it very practical.
Sure.
Saturday, one of the things we'll do is we even give them a sample budget. Yes, we'll walk you through a sample budget and how to use the budget for yourself. Good. And I'll share some keys. Second key, Saturdays you be more with template. How to work on the second key. I'll talk about the second key shortly. But we want you to learn how to make money, how to retain money, and how to multiply money.
Good.
And the first thing they say, you need to take a decision. You see, you need to make a choice. You need to take a decision that I want to become financially independent. Personal financial growth is a choice, but not a choice not to choose. A choice I won't choose. I will choose financial challenges. It's a choice. I say so. Obia why what gonna say me person me di me hu o misika say no. You need to make that choice. If you fail to choose what you want, if you just you fail to choose financial independence, financial challenges is what will come. Personal financial growth is not a product of chance. It's a product of choice. It's a choice you make. And poverty and riches are both based on decisions. If you don't decide to be rich, poverty will be the default.
Yes.
we thank God for prayer and fasting. May a Pentecost ni 14 days fasting and prayer no ye gusu gidi. But you can pray and fast and still die of hunger.
Yeah.
It's important to pray and fast, but it's important to be a practical Christian. Nyamana, horses are made ready for battle, but victory comes from the Lord. Victory comes from the Lord, but you need to prepare the horses. When are we here in Shisheno? Nanyamie Shiran Shisheno. So what's nas now? Say me say sikap fisurubeba, nothing will happen. And you need to take that decision because money is important. When the causes kanya the papa Obi abrabo nyanyina na esika so sika ho hia. Almost everything physical can be answered with money. Money will give you the ability to do more things. More things here means more things, including more things, plus more things.
Yes.
Sika
had the papa.
Sika ya the papa. One hwe ya we obi na kan yo, mo bi a mom obi na kan ye na meka. Obi se one hwe wodi ohia, be kasa rough. Se anwa mo me. Na no Facebook na obi a chro na social media. Me my favorite is comment.
Yes.
I don't post often, but I look at comments. No wa chro. Or say we use Mercedes and no interest obedu baby a okono business class economy ye nyina be do pe efie no there's a swimming pool ho ebi ni ho ye nyina ye be da anajo wa churo bebre obi na comment on na manage na me hwe comment obi a churo powerful obi say wisdom nuggets obi say God we hwe hia fo esia
audio
hia kika ni out.
What's the economy? Ubedu na ukoto je sure.
Sika wo ho a apomede kura to be koyi. Sika wo ho a enkola school so to be koyi. There is a classical story. I don't get tired sharing it. The year 2006 or 2009 I believe. Mekasa youth camp be. It was Swedro. I fired them. Mekasa on the topic, see you at the top. I fired them. Obi, now you hear a young lady, beautiful teenager, walks to me confidently. No, she said, based on what you have shared with us, watch out for me. I am in secondary school. I'll make 8 A1s. You know, Jimmy number. Results by we try 8 A1s. And then I'll be here, say my doctor. Or cut forms to university. Admission by a needing him. You could be say, see, obey a fee paying student there, Bejano. Fee paying. A rainy papel.
Wow.
Ne omo ye 4 ne ma me frame asiska ne minyada into obi a minimum send results the chale omwa me be mame obi omwa me be mame oyi omwa e waste omwa me be na me bisa sa e na madafo ba correspond yes manamra me office e be man letter ko university ho e no ko je letter no nya late admission and na me no ka say she's a medical doctor. Or a doctor, and anytime I remember that young lady, forgive my language, but one statement comes to mind. It is the fact that poverty can make nonsense of intelligence. And my being in the call when you school more. Ube to me a being no here catch us all boy. Yeah. Haya na obeka when the case skanya de papa me sha me offer bako and all catch him so called a year of village and I want to make it practical and yes we are bring to your better know about Monday area Monday and upon who are branch e bi so nam fie no say hey na wo sa time yes say nkola ko school no wo na ma ye den o say me WSS na we WSS wo ye den ofie o say sika ni onti me papa say ye nkotwa abe and o say o papa ne hwan na obi say mu na che say o ye related to him.
Oh.
And I say send the results, mama. Into all the results, the man and send them be send a result. I did nipa no be to me. I could score high and not all or catch and say, Kofro, my bra. Measure one more. I could school no more talk here in USC. On your first class, you know, your admission to go and do it in the masters. Or see the only thing, any so cha 1-way ticket, a man. And then the guy has completed the PhD. Guy no village on who said money is not important, and the reason why we also make money is to do things like near our fire, you know, so that you bless people. It's not just about accumulation. So obi sika wo fie to me ma ware kura ye de
energy sir
Obisa romance without money is annoyance.
They be an abufu.
They be a bufu and faso bien niso. Me and then somebody be brand and crofaka na miss make you. Obisa ye bema a memman team. We a bema now seek a semun koye rent. They be an financial traffic at you. Ebedu 15th hokonu umuna we nima kopem se bosume be kon na wie sam mema na say omo odin e de frɛ omo na ye to be frɛ kojo papa asemasi opana kono no na ya be man so na nyema koye ye bisa 2000 no ama 4000 just out to 2 nyema and so man
darling
thank you
darling
and ye to be frɛ nipa sugar
baby papa penyin
your friend baby that's just say onyame mu amema so maye nyesika
amen
we ya be man we nyesika wase musa nyame mu amema. So the first thing is that decision need to be taken.
Sure.
You need to take that decision not for the purposes of accumulation because you see sika ba wonsem so that's two important things. One, a time redemption. We nyaman tentem. O kotamale a un use 14 hours. 16 hours.
All the flight
thank you.
40 minutes no do.
Thank you. It's a time redemption tool and it's a mechanism for efficiency. You become more efficient at your living. Me ko sorry be na say na me be so mo say asemi wo mi trim. Ne kan ye me den. Enso mo me kwan de ameka. Na mo say menka. E na me kan ye. Ahaso de obi ani obebo me. Na me ka cho mo say wo yoba na oti asori de mo na wo de wonsa na sinyama 2026 de ya me mo na to me to washing machine your friend a mechanism for efficiency so 3 hours now would sinyama no washing machine yeah you save that 3 hours
na odi aya de foforo
and no 1 month 3 hours a week no 1 month no 12 hours so ohwe 1 year hours be brave enti no you can ya na ma maybe to ho o say what the washing machine cry senior ma ya enfie na me say jai sansem na o keka no we ohia ne aho kire na o de keka sansem na o keka no. So you need to take a decision so that you can live an efficient life. 3 things will hinder you from taking off. 1, procrastination. In motor watching a mayor. 2, excuses. 3, blame. Procrastination, excuses, and blame. And those who believe in the Bible, Proverbs, make 2 scripture per Saturday will drill down. Proverbs 19:7. Or see, the poor are shunned by all their relatives. The poor are shunned by all their relatives. How much more do their friends avoid them? Though the poor pursue them with pleading, they are nowhere to be found. Osikeni ohia for so. O see the poor ohiani ne busuafo nyina pono. Ohwehwe mo kura ne nafofo na busuafo. Ohwehwe mo Erade boayen yo. Erade boayen. You need to take a decision. And we will get deeper on Saturday. But beyond taking a decision, the second key I want to touch on briefly this afternoon is an exercise I went through. And Saturday I'll share the template. You need to compute what we call net worth. Net worth. Yes, your net worth. You can net worth a financial term that refers to the difference between your asset and your liabilities. Major padia mewo. A car made yet a canny free Japadi anymore. Saying the back as simple as that. Your net worth. We name your net worth at January. You can't begin this year right without knowing your net worth. Now, why it does something to you? When I did it, then I knew that I was in a hole because I had a negative net worth. And you need to compute your net worth. When you compute your net worth, it helps in your journey. Saturday, I would drill down with a table on how to go through it, and participants, will also get a template. The third key I want to share this afternoon to begin the year right, beyond taking a decision, computing your net worth, is to sit down and plan
your finances.
Dedicate a day. Naka sene tenase. It's Saturday you program now. The planners will be there. We somebody will spend 30 minutes, 1 hour with you. No aboa no to me out to 2 usika semye. Plan your finances. Bisa won say mfie dodo say na medi. Mfie dodo say na woman him. Medi 50, me retired 60. Hey, now retirement aka 10 years. Retirement is saying na be kwafa. And you see, you need to plan for anything that is important to you. Will be a plan for it. But for me, there are 5 areas I will always touch on. Area number 1, your retirement planning. You know, life can be broken into 3 stages. The learning stage of your life, 0 to about 25 years. The earning stage of your life, from 25 up to about 60 years. The average person will have minimum 20 years of working life. We are lucky, you can get about 30 years, up to 40 years of working life. NASA any stage, you know, is the stage you use to plan for your retirement stage. Any stage, you know, when you're in a retirement, you will suffer during the retirement stage. You see, there are a number of people listening to us. But the truth is that if you don't plan for your retirement, the same thing can happen to you. I call it the seesaw retirement. The retirement you are seeing today, you can see during your retirement. Yes. And during your retirement, when you see it, it's the retirement you saw that you didn't do anything about. Until you need to plan for your retirement. The last time I checked here, last year, now more retirement. In fact, no crepa and say, and the reason why I'm passionate about retirement planning, they say, we share the last statistics now. We extrapolate it to a now. More than 60 Ghana, pay over 2 million. In fact, close to about 2.5 million. But monthly pension, they are less than 300,000. Yeah. And you have a huge about 1.7 million plus who are not on any monthly pension, but who are old and who need to be taken care of, because whether they did formal work or informal, they have contributed to the country, and they need to have a decent old age. And we are praying, say, those who are listening to us, whether you are in the formal sector or the informal sector, over to 2 senior, you can have a decent old age. Because the last time I checked, less than 300 now, 300,000 monthly pension. No, Obi, no, about 96%, or let me say over 90%. Or now retirement there up to 5,000 cedis. Bebre wa retirement Meshia Nkrofo on a monthly pension and do 1,000 Ghana cedis. And do 1,000. I've met people 800, 600 cedis. The monthly pension. Yes, if you are in the formal sector, we need to take retirement serious. If you are in the informal sector, take it serious. You need to contribute to your SNIT and all that. But beyond SNIT, now swap exactly. Something you can fall on, and it's so beautiful. I love the job I do beyond the salary and being an MD, because you interact with people who plan their retirement, who have a decent retirement. There was a man who came on in the Baba office Christmas. Now by Nasem Yunane said, or retired 2004. Into this is the 26th year, 2004. But Nyokaya me rain feeder and he said, Paul, do you know that during my retirement, there was a particular day I bought 2 brand new cars. Wow. During my retirement, I bought 2 brand new cars. I remember, and I've seen people on retirement beyond or just snit now. No, I say I beg 30K. I will have not their top up, or just snit now. No, I beg 45K, not their top up. Or be a your retirees, baby, they are on standing order to pay them. Into your 2 million or 1 million or 3 million die or say busumi be 20 feet. Moma 10,000 and hit my account. Moma 20,000 and hit my account. And you can have a decent retirement. Yeah. But it doesn't happen by chance. It happens by choice. Yeah. Menka we na fire asresem papa ba ko retire no ba office on na reden na dem aba so ye beda mo ase na afi na ye pese ye to your retirement car e den na mo to mo se ye pese ye to Land Cruiser V8 into oji $80,000 o me no our savings be no be ko kan wow no ko toy your friend no say pod can about I'm saying neja car it is o say poor car no friend oje so na say ye wo car
any your car
into we all we are saying is a plan for your retirement.
Sure.
It's important. The second area I want to touch on is housing under planning.
Yes.
As so be anya baby I would do with better. But the biggest mistake I've seen, I'm a financial planner. I interact with so many people. I've done this for over 2 decades. I've seen one common mistake, especially among the middle class.
Yeah.
People confuse dream house with the first house. Nipa bebre si omoda edikanya o si 7-bedroom house. O si 10-bedroom house. O si 6-bedroom house. O si 5-bedroom house. O mayahin omo ye 2. Omo ye 3. And you see, Obi, the complication is the average worker, the average middle class listener who decides to build a 7-bedroom house. You can't do it overnight.
Yeah,
you use between 4 years and about 12 years
and
to build that ODBC. Now, who see dining in an out to your rent? Na sikana ko share dine until so we dine. You don't get value for the house until you will realize that money will be locked up in bricks and mortar that is never completed. Now 10 years or say 12 years now basis dying be in fact we now manoko because in Kolano munya secondary school they are not coming back. Into the rooms are going to be empty. Okoto was Kaswa, Okoto was Oyibi, Okoto was Adenta, Okoto was 25 uncompleted buildings. And Obi, I wish that we will be able to value how much capital you lock up in uncompleted buildings. And you don't confuse dream house with the first house. If you are the average person listening to us, my recommendation is a 3-bedroom house.
For your first house.
For your first house. Nyamia wadumna dachi when you are person with CBA. No problem. But 3-bedroom house. She omano manya ma mema a man that die bakum, a man that die bakum, a one that die bakum, asamasa. Yeah, man for guest room asembia ma.
Na unya ho beda.
Oh, na obi omo teacher me ho munya ho. Aho ni nya baby nda unya ho ofere na tunkola no baku fi dan ni na fa ma ho no. Na ho no so be hu nkola school ntade ne ade wo dan nim wanye lucky at the next morning obeti kokoko ye be school atade
next time we go guest house
intino. Let's not confuse dream house. These big properties you don't need them. You see, let me make an important statement, a very important statement. The house you live in is not an income generating asset.
Yeah.
The house you live in is not an income generating asset. If you don't work all your life for one house, one big house. I remember after one session, man be home. You only know if you was painters or move out of his house into a rented house. You know, rent you out on one fee, or rent you out in fee for $2,000 a month. You know, move into a house that he was paying $500 a month.
When you're
$1,500, or convert it to cedis, that is good money. You don't handle money with emotions. You go handle money with emotions. Me fear so. Me fear 7-bedroom house. Emotional and you're financial. Strip out the emotions and let's deal with the financial. Into the housing. Third area, children's education. Once you have children, give them quality education. It's important like never before. Fourth area, give back to society. We will drill down until let me rush through. You give back to society. When the Lord blesses you, be a blessing to others. Somebody must by all means mention your name. Say, "Nye asemesia Ankamanko school. Enya asemesia Ankamenya graduate." And somebody must mention your name. Look, it does something to your health. It does something to your soul. It does something to your generation, your children and your children's children. Give back. You can take care of the less privileged, whether young or old, because you can also adapt old people. Abrewebia. Why you lonely? Akokrebia won say no chire no. Busumi bia metu 500 cedis. You can put somebody on a salary 500 a month. You don't know the change it will make in the life of that person. Sure. This life is not about now cars I will be to me a driver at that time. And then him now be to me at that. Yenka say it's not important, but we are saying beyond all the other things, give back, be a blessing to others, give to the church, give to a wealthy cause. Important. And the final area of planning, and not the entire can was my friend high life. Unye sika so aya DB. Aya DB.
Ni pound so ye den.
Unye sika enjoy some.
Renam didi peche.
But enye plan for it. Obi plan for it because meaning say boys beat here. A happen or mo beti. Ye be wia no mo twa. O mo twa e ho no nko ase one ti say obi ene Paul e ka say ye sika ye ni di peche. And yes, Anna make me say plan for it. Until when you plan for all these other areas, once in a while, once in a while, go and eat in a good restaurant.
Man for Kempiski, you know what?
Ma for Bellemro, when we careful your my for Bellemro, yeah, the bro, when it's be brew kakra, but
not where you can, that's right. I mean, Nipa say a day.
Now, you know the interesting thing. You know the bills are bro panu here be jina wechi. Na
aduane onko we
dini na mo bag no kura ya he. Eyo hia na kasa. Twa we ni na we ni ohia kasa ohia. Pebe bi jina na nipa beji den we ase. So plan your finances. Sure. Key number 3, plan for these 5 areas. Sure. Key number 4, pay yourself and invest or windfalls. So you say obetua ho ka busumi bia because your friend waketua na enye waketua no no. Say sika na ebi na odi tua rent, ebi na odi to gas and fuel, ebi na odi tua school fees. One hwe ni ya obeye asemesi a oye adwumaden sika ba ne nsem anu achenyi nyina efie wura age school wura age odi ne sa ketua no we he asa no achenyi nyina. You need to learn to pay yourself. Na minim see here ka say obi tie yan say Paul o de we nim ni aka ketua no kora ensoyen eyampa by a friend law be the Parkinson law no ekire ni enti anipa bebre ni be fi no obenyine na still na nyama nkoye Parkinson law ni say otu ni paketua mpa no so pagya brabo enti obehunu say ni oji 20,000 a month na so bebi oye ne shopping eno ni oji 1,500 a month so bebi oto na ade enti ni ane de wo form no ono be ko special boutique bend down boutique e ho nchi ane e won yi ne low won shine high obi su to me to suit ba ko $2,000 obi to me top perfume ba ko $2,000 obi to me top bag ba ko $2,000 into aketua ne ko nanim na nkrofo pagya o ma abrabo o taste into when sua se ne aketua ne tie bia me de bi besia oboa yatumu a you will only adjust your lifestyle to match your salary. Obi tie yesia those is not ko counter 5 years ni 10 years ni 15 years ni onko akra central because and net levels don't change. Oh, now stress. Boys, we what they can relate.
Very well.
Boys, we what they can relate. First selection. How much?
Sure.
Na boys akoyi omo ba omo besi no omo to a onam kroma swag no enye swag kotoa but nyame ya dom na nyema mu pagya kakra
yo a boutique bi o asylum down your money board dey no
yo na fe ne there is nothing wrong with that but I am saying say hwe say busumi bia obetumi di BBSC. I recommend the 10-20-70 principle. Who believe in tithing, you pay your tithe of 10%, but my recommendation, because we are doing personal finance, minimum 20% of every earnings must go into investment into 20% and invest all windfalls. A windfall is sikabia within there beba
and only yemfa ntwa
yenum and ramishia obi me call na sorry your friend is saying Christmas here many omko kasa on personal financial plan enra enye enra oba me office enra nko a eno say me kasa about windfall no first onya windfall na envelope ni da kan no oyi o say Paul I cannot believe that in 13 days within the month, windfalls are when you're near 11,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Now we keep us our win for safety. No, first we be sana. And we have behavioral finance. Okay, let me not go technical. But if we be mental accounting, sika 1 year juma enya no. Normally ububu sika sama 1 time franca. So being at the chair, oh sika we year juma kwaye concrete ukoye magbo koswa concrete we ye juma 30 days 1 month near to your car senior who says sika no different from obicha sika mentally.
Yes,
if you are not careful you won't account for that money. And what we are learning, if we want to begin the year right, we are learning say beyond paying yourself minimum of 20%, that is for your future. Every windfall need to be invested. Windfall, invest windfalls. Sika bi aba wo nsem na ti se eduaba. Eduaba bia aba wom.
Yes.
Aba wom ene eduane wom. Eduane na wom na ne yedi, aba na wom ne yendi.
Sure.
You are getting me? Into aba na wom no is the 20% we want you to invest into the future.
Yes.
The fifth key is you need to watch spending habits.
Okay.
Fear net look. First time spending, watch it, because you can spend unnecessarily. Watch first time spending. Your salary must dictate what you eat, not your appetite. Avoid impulse buying as much as possible. One of the things that will blow your mind, but it's so true. I've experienced it not once, not twice, not 3 times. Oko supermarket ne most near the now kotonyama insist on the receipt.
Yes.
Would you receipt or scrutinize the receipt?
One by one.
One by one.
Dominic Utie. Uto bibia aje receipt. Na shame. Line by line.
Dominic,
do be line by line. Line by line. Line by line.
Dominic, when him say, Makobe bia, me finance. Inti, me nyama nyina na me calculate wo me trim. Inti ansa na me do all me say, me damages here so much. Oba bobo wana na bro ni amebu wo me team no. There's been 3 occasions at 3 different places. A boy what counter near different from what is in the machine.
Yeah.
Inti counter na 80 cedis. But in the machine, 100 cedis. Who protest you almost say promotion? Na yensa
be a background aside.
I see Oko sports now.
Before when you say here, before when you say here, no be jiguni bottom. I've also experienced situations yet to be the BB share receipt no so enyame na metoye.
Say be we mistake you baby into the wo ba be.
So we mistake you say ni da ho mean to mean kire. But what amazes me, Ubeko counter no receipt be bregu one crofo anje. Omutua ka no omko. So people don't spend time. Look, me manage sika. Every person matters. Every person matters. You need to pay attention to your spending habit. Check the receipt as much as possible. You don't throw away leftover food. You don't borrow to consume. If you can grow some of the things you eat at home, grow them. We really drill down on this spending habit. How to even whip your family into line. What are the strategies to whip your husband, to whip your wife, to whip your children into line? Because we will do that on Saturday. Because you see, so won't quite decide this a person be financially independent. Now here is a boa, a ampa boa. Oh, a bad dream, or Marcus or boa, a bad dream. Ain't you know? You need to get the whole family involved. In fact, the spending habit, I think the ultimate thing is don't be in competition with anybody. Don't live your life to please anybody. Don't be in competition with anybody. It's as simple as that. There is a seed key. I will skip and talk about the 7 and round up on the 7. The seed key is how to create money machines. Multiple streams of income. Yeah, the back Saturday. Saturday, what I'll do is I'll give them about 60 multiple streams of income ideas. Different, about 60 of them that people can practice. But the final key, which is something we want to push very hard this year, Operation 1 million. Operation 1 million Ghana cedis. Make us for Operation 1 million when the first time 2015 or 2016. Pentecost, sorry, be your friend quota. Fis that time bed prim say boys still be break more 1 million. No?
From that time,
yes,
till now,
be break 1 million.
Wow.
You build up through little by little and the power of compounding. Little by little. Okay? We use 18%. Obi to me 150 every month. 27 years we trim 1 million. 300 a month, which is 10 CD a day. Within 23 years we trim 1 million. 1,000 a month within 16 years we trim 1 million. 3,000 a month within 11 years we trim 1 million. 6,000 a month within 8 years we trim 1 million. This year EDC, one of our focus is helping people make their first 1 million Ghana cedis. Because Nkrofwa and it worked out. Now one when you are OBTA now can 16 years or see 1,000 in the can meet me but 16 years in the and what President Kufuor became the president of Ghana in the 2000 election. 2026 money away. How many years ago?
26 years.
Ogusutiase. And you don't tell me 19 years there were. Don't tell me 14 years there were. Because money is built through the concept of little by little. You build up little by little and you use the power of compounding. The way the power of compounding works is would you interest basically when you interest now. The interest also makes interest. Yeah. And with more time, interest on interest makes interest and your money keeps growing.
Sure.
We are saying that you can use the concept of little by little to build up at least 1 million. Obi bet me 200 cedis every month at the same rate. Within 20 years, no 1 million, 200 cedis a month. Wait, 500 a month. My apologies. Within 20 years, we achieve 1 million. Within 30 years, 6.5 million. 200 cedis a month. Within 20 years, 437 million. Within 25 years, we achieve 1 million. 200 cedis every month. Within 30 years, 2.6 million. And don't tell me, say, wow. And what everybody says here, me raise into Augustine's College and say, Absu Action and Quote, and say, 1995.
Wow, 95.
Exactly.
And the work will be.
Because boys Kai the point and the person make can say Emre comes
eba fast.
Eba so fast. But say if you are escalating, we 200 cedis every month. You see the same 18%, but Afibia no to 10%. Afibia no to 10%. Within 10 years, you're looking at 4.9 million.
4.9 million.
500 a month, the same concept. Within 20 years, 1.8 million. Within 30 years, 12.4 million. 2,000 a month, the same concept. Within 20 years, 7.5 million. Within 30 years, 49 million Ghana cedis. 20k plus 500 cedis every month. Within 20 years, 2.5 million. Within 30 years, 16.3 million. We can go on and on and on.
Yeah, the can be saying, I don't know, na afenti se wutie me na Paul presentation here with that way. And many a lot of comment. In fact, Ghana for the web brochure started. And how can we save? How can we be part? Yame adoma me mean that the ebekosu nyina no mu nyina mo bete. You be streaming a live near day na mu nyina mo ate mo am web brochure no. But Paul wa ha die say omo number bi a or the betudwa na mo amoye interest you contact the bi a web brochure when the jensema all can you home now we contact one now only one Eddie and Como and then on Saturday we'll drill down into the real details said there is even man baby make I say 2 or 3 years ago or this presentation it was very detailed nyame adoma me mean that all the details now will come na mo amobeba conference ni beba so Movenpick Hotel 8:30 a.m. Yes, you are beginning the year right conference and not ever so. Paul, and what we'll do and then they say, oh, a number be a
sure. Yeah, my contact center number 0302 6341 65.
Okay.
My main monobium 0302 63 4165.
Yes.
My main for WhatsApp number can obey me a WhatsApp. Yes, yes, somebody will respond to your WhatsApp. WhatsApp number is 0509 26 84 14 0509 26 84 14. Yes, that is a
WhatsApp number.
WhatsApp number.
Call
yes.
center number. No more want 0302 634165.
Thank you.
0302 634165. Ubetima from Musisia. They are on standby. WhatsApp number is 0509 268414.
Thank you.
0509 268414. Mrs. for the last time. 0509 268414. Now only one into me in Kita. Now me aduma mean that moving pick hotel. Paul will be there. He will go through this presentation, but this time very detailed PowerPoint presentation. You cannot miss the conference for anything. Now, how to make 1 million Ghana cedis in your lifetime. Say the other call retirement, no? NGM crowd.
It's Ofra also person EDC products nibi anasa person your operation 1 million or so obi we boa fe ne make chair boys no so say omomfa information into social media pages this is here. In fact person start here what say because of technology we will put a QR code you can just scan and then you can fill an application form online as well. Ye pesi ebua nipa e bank ejuma ne ye but ejuma no say ehun amman fa so amani nipa na enya ejuma bia
it's true inti numbers ni bi 0302 634165 0302 634165